Today I bought 5 tiny little fruit trees. Apple, 3 apple trees, 1 little plum and a cherry. Yes, they're really nice. I have some of those in pairs, and they're big now by now. So it's always good when you have the chance to get those trees when they're small and relatively cheap. I paid $4.99 per tree. When they're bigger, you pay 5-6 times more. And then you can just start them in the garden and grow them here, and they get used to the climate here. Like those, oops, down there is always standing something. Like my nectarine trees, which have been as small as those trees that I bought now. Yeah, and then I wanted to show you what's blooming in the garden. Aren't they beautiful? I bought them some years ago and they come again every year. A peonia? I don't know, it has never been blooming. I hope maybe this year. And some tiny forget-me-nots in blue. I saw them in pink as well, and I would have liked to get them, but I have so many in blue that, and when they start, can you see this? I always think they come in pink, but then later they turn out to be blue. Here are more of those pink primroses. And these ones are also very nice. They are called Winterlinge in German. I don't know what's their name in English. Maybe someone knows it, or I find the name and put it then underneath the video. Yeah, it's just nice signs. The first tulips are blooming already. And those ones here, the mice didn't eat. I have to make a video where I show you who's eating my tulip bulbs, because we caught them red-handed. There are more of these ones that are blooming here. And these ones. The bees are happy to find them at this time of the year. So you see them, very small ones, and they grow everywhere. Actually, those ones are quite expensive when you buy them, but once you have them, they grow like weeds. Another lonely tulip standing here, but more will come soon. Audrey Blue Shades is blooming here as well. I still have it in a pot because I didn't find the right place for it yet. I didn't prepare the right place for it yet. It will look very nice when it's growing over stones, and sometimes you have really like a big cushion of it in the garden once it's established. One more tulip, and of course these ones, they're everywhere. Sometimes it's difficult to weed because you think it's grass, but what looks like grass belongs actually to these flowers here. So I always wait until they're done, and then I weed in these areas. Tulips. And behind there is still some stuff that I have to weed, as always. Aquilegia, it was blooming, it's now done. And of course, these ones. The plum tree has been blooming already, or is blooming or still blooming. It was raining the whole night, and there are not so many bees out here. Maybe it would be wise to fertilize them with a brush to help them. Next week's gonna be really nice and warm, but we are still in danger to get some frost until the 15th of May. So I hope they will cope with it. And then here, oh, it looks terrible there, my greenhouse. I still have to take it away. But I leave it until this peach tree is having its peaches on, because last year it was really helping that it didn't get the frost. This was that greenhouse, even if it's there and looking terrible, it was really protecting the peach tree. Oh, and here there are more roses. No, not roses. There's one rose that I've been pruning recently, but I mean there are more tulips. Actually, in this area they've been always eaten by mice, but then I was cutting the roses and I was dropping those cuttings down on the ground. You can see it here. And now the tulips are really growing very nicely, as you can see here. Next to comfrey. That comfrey is coming out here as well. But the tulips, I think a long time ago I put 1 or 2 bulbs in there. And now you can count how many there are. 9. Counted correctly. Here are more coming, and this one I got hooked on by the rose. I have to find my way out again. The apple tree is really wise. It's not blooming yet because they know frost can still come, so it's good. That's why I bought 2 apple trees, or 3 even. But here you see, here, can you see that? Some blossoms are forming already. It looks very nice when it's blooming. It's a little bit pinkish, rosé, white. It's really beautiful. Then I turn around, and here is Felsenbirne amelanchier, I think it's called. I write the name down there. And it's really very nice. The fruit is looks a little bit like blueberries, but in pink, and it tastes super nice, like those jelly beans with a little bit of a sour taste, but it's really nice. If you have the chance to get them, they are really beautiful. And in winter or in autumn, the leaves turn red. It's a really beautiful autumn color. But the birds like it, like the berries as well, so one has to be fast. So many forget-me-nots are blooming already, everywhere. I no hope that they will be pink. And here some more tulips. Dandelion. For some it's weeds. Actually it grows in here as a weed in the, I think this might be a raspberry bush or something, tieberry. But the leaves and the blossoms and even this here, those here, they are really healthy. You can really make nice dishes out of it, and I think today I'm gonna harvest those ones. These are the blueberries, and it looks like as if they're gonna bloom as well very soon. Hey, here, look here, there's already a nice one. And this is the bud pear. Last year I had only one pear. The year before, several kilos. And I hope this year there will be some pears again on this tree. It looks good. And behind there you see more blossoms, and even the forsythia or forsythia. Yes. More pear trees. One is blooming already. And the one which is standing right next to it, oops, has no blossoms at all. Maybe it needs a new pot, I think. New pot with new soil. More plum trees. Oh, and one more plum tree. And there is a bee. Very nice. This one gets a new pot this year. Can you remember when I took those forget-me-nots from the other pot and put them in here? They look very small, but they will come soon. This one is blooming very early every year. And the ornamental cherry is one of the first that are blooming every year. That's why I have it here. And now when I look at the sky, I know that I wanted to come to the garden only shortly, because it's gonna rain soon, maybe in half an hour. And then they said storm will come, so I better pack my stuff together and go home. So. But before I go home, I want to show you this kale. It was growing the whole winter and I let it bloom because then I would like to collect the seeds and have more of the kale. Here some is there and here as well. So now I made my round, checked if everything's okay. It has been raining a lot, the barrels are all full. And I don't have to water the plants today because even more rain will come. I hope you're all fine and have a nice weekend. Bye bye. And please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you. Bye bye.